Hi, my name's Duncan Armstrong. I'm 15 years old. I'm in grade 10, go to school in Toronto, school called Crescent School. I'm really excited for the SHAD program this summer to explore my interest in the STEM field. So something I'm passionate about is alpine ski racing. It's a sport I've been doing since I was probably 2 years old. I grew up skiing in southern Ontario, called a place called SHAD Peaks, and ever since then I've just fallen in love with the sport. Um, I started racing at probably 8 years old. Started competing within all the clubs in Southern Ontario, the escarpment. And then once I hit about 12 years old, I started racing in America, in different provinces, Whistler Cup out on the West Coast. So it's really brought me all over the world. I've even done training camps in Chile and Norway because of their access to snow in the summer. Um, and in fact, next year I'll be heading down to Vermont to a ski school to help further my endeavors in the sport and also help balance the skiing with the school because in ski racing you're constantly missing school because it's something that takes all day, so you have to miss class. So over the past couple of years it's been a struggle to balance the two, but with the ski academy I'm going to next year, it'll help me do so. um, so balancing school with skiing has been a challenge for me, but hopefully next year it'll allow me to better balance the two. In terms of COVID-19, ski racing in Ontario was shut down this year, which was really unfortunate, but I had the opportunity to go down to Vermont to ski with the school I'll be going to next year. I didn't actually do the school with them, but I was training with them and racing, and I had a great season. The competition down there was significantly stronger, and I was able to train more frequently than I would have in Ontario. Eventually, Ontario did open back up, but I just thought I was able to have a unique experience and still get better at skiing. So I was overall really happy with that experience. So one scientific aspect of skiing that I found really interesting and can kind of relate to all the STEM lovers in the SHAD program is the physics and chemistry aspect behind it. Because skiing, first I'll start with the chemistry aspect. That would be more on the waxing side and how the friction interacts with the snow. I found it something very interesting, and it's like a leading industry in ski racing because obviously everyone wants to go faster and get a better time. So that would deal with the certain waxes you put on depending on the texture, the moisture, the temperature of the snow. In terms of the physics side, a lot of the technique you're taught has to do with physics, about moving your body down the hill, dealing with centrifugal force, dealing with gravity. All those aspects are something that I've applied my passion for science with my passion for skiing, and that's why I love the sport so much. Not only do I love it because it combines two of my favorite aspects, but it's also the feeling of all these aspects combined when you're skiing. It's an incredible feeling, and being with your friends, the camaraderie of the sport, the energy it gives you when you're in the starting gate because you only have that 1 minute run. It's something I've always loved and something I don't know how I'd live without. So going forward, I'm entering a new racing program called FIST next year. And the idea behind FIST is that through 16 everyone races separately, so I wouldn't be racing against all the kids in America on a regular basis, maybe at some larger races, but in FIST everyone has the same point system and you're all competing against each other. And FIST starts when you become 16 years old, or like grade 11 technically. So everyone will be competing against each other, and that's why I decided to make the move to the new school, because with everyone competing against each other, you have to train more often and you have to race more often. So it'd be harder to balance with school. So I'm really excited for the next upcoming season, and I'm happy I could share a few things I'm passionate about, and hope you got to know me a bit better before the SHAD program coming up in July. I'm really excited to work with all of you, and I'll see you soon.